why you were so uncomfortable in that restaurant? She said, I have been living in this city. I'm born in this city. And for the first time after watching the film, I'm scared that anybody can come from anywhere and shoot me down.
So this again is for both of you and for these kids who have not watched Satya. You must. I think it's a very good film. Has the film aged better than other such films? What do you feel? I mean,
I have, I'm always very scared of watching anything that I have done 10 years back. Because, you really don't know whether it stands, it tests of the time or not. But Satya is one of those films. Satya, Aks, all of these are the films. I can say that I have seen Satya mostly on YouTube. Those days I used to be scared because there were so many shows happening. It was a silver jubilee, super hit film. It has changed the industry, and I was getting so many offers those days. I was given this pedestal, but I couldn't see the film. I couldn't see the film, thinking that I may dislike it. But I watched it on YouTube so many times, and I must say that it really holds it together.
I definitely agree because I just watched it again. I think it's available on one of the OTT platforms
right
now. So,
it is, but the YouTube print is still the best. Okay. So if anyone wants to watch it, watch it on YouTube. I think it holds up well also because for once, I think it was a slightly restrained film from Ram Gopal Varma. I love his non-restrained films also. But this one was shot very simply. I think the performances and the writing was kept center stage and everything else was kind of just there to support that. And those films tend to age quite well rather than those that are sort of picking up the filmmaking trends of that time. They kind of get stuck in that time when you watch them later. And Satya was also modern in ways that only became apparent later. There was no real item number except Goli Mar Bheje Mein, which is like an item number with bearded guys. So who wants that? And there was no there was just one romantic song, which was very little for a film of that time. One of the songs was done in a sort of montage style. The death sequence of Bhiku was completely unprecedented. When has there been a more shocking and less dramatic death? Because it just comes.
Uday, I was thinking about it, about the death sequence, and all the discussions have gone into it, and all the nervousness and anxiety that make Ram Gopal Varma and Anurag Kashyap and all of us have gone through in really just before doing that sequence, because it was written, it was already conceived that Bhiku Mhatre will be shot dead with one bullet. That's it. And such a mercurial character, such a magnificent character, and people have seen the while shooting, people have seen the love and the applause performance was getting. Just before shooting that sequence, all of us were in doubts. Should we kill him like this, or should we actually think of some other way and and cancel the shoot today? But I think when we've done the scene, we rehearsed. I mean, there was no dialogue given to us. It was a brief given to us that Bhiku Mhatre comes from outside and Bhau has won the election and everyone is drinking, and in that Bhiku gets shot by Bhau. Okay, and I had to just die. There should be no movement of the body. Okay, and finally it was decided, let's do it. We've done the rehearsal. That convinced Ram Gopal Varma a lot. He said that no, let's go ahead and shoot this. Jo hoga dekha jayega. So it all starts with Bhiku Mhatre. The crackers are being burnt outside in the street. He comes in his Omni van. He comes out, and the dreaded mafia guy, the first thing you see is actually scared of the crackers. He's throwing abuses at all the boys there, for really burning the crackers. Then he moves from there. The camera is following him, And you see Bhiku Mhatre so pally with all the guys who are standing. That means he's the most loved guy. So all of these small things I walked upon and improvised just to shock people more, because you are loving him. By this time, you are in love with Bhiku Mhatre, and you see him so pally and so emotionally attached with each and every person. You see him getting scared like a child by the crackers. And when you go inside, you see a mercurial one and loud, very loud Bhiku Mhatre celebrating Bau's, win. And then there's the silence after he's shot down. So that was all intentional to really shock the people hard.
If I'm not mistaken, you didn't know when Govind Namdev
No,
was going to shoot you, because
yeah.
he was told, Ramu told him, I think, to take his time, go
Yeah.
make a drink, and then
Yeah.
whenever you feel ready.
Whenever you feel. So when I was doing my act with everyone, I had to keep on one thing in my mind, that I have to go on improvising till I'm shot dead.
Right.
So that was the biggest thing, because I couldn't see the gun. So Govind Bhai has taken his own sweet long time, and I was completely, I have emptied out whatever I had. So yeah, it was what happened in the theater is something else. I still remember that those days I was very close to Mr. Mahesh Bhatt, Pooja Bhatt, and everyone. And I invited Pooja and her friends to watch the film. And after the film was over, she took us to a restaurant. And there she was completely lost and she was not talking. I said, "What happened, Pooja? Film, you didn't like the film?" No, it's not that. Can we go home and party there? I said, "Let's go." Then we went Pooja's home. And I said, "Why? What happened? Why you were so uncomfortable in that restaurant?" She said, I've been living in this city. I'm born in this city. And for the first time after watching the film, I'm scared that anybody can come from anywhere and shoot me down.
If you've enjoyed the conversation that you just heard, do subscribe to our channel for much more.